guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nothando, and if this is your first time bumping into my channel, welcome, and I hope that you will subscribe and I hope that you will enjoy my content. And if you are an old subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing and thank you so much for coming back and watching this video. Today I will be sharing with you guys my motherhood journey. In a previous video I did ask you guys if you would be interested in me sharing about my journey. If you don't know, I have a 3-year-old daughter, and for the past 3 years she has been living with my mother because of financial constraints, and also I was still pursuing my career, all of that, so she had to stay with my mom for the first 3 years until I was at a place whereby I was stable. So yeah, for the past 3 years she's been with my mom, but this year she moved to PE with me, and so I am on this journey of being a hands-on mom, exploring motherhood and learning things, unlearning, growing. And yeah, so I did ask you guys on my Instagram if you would be interested in me sharing about my journey, sharing about the things that I'm learning concerning motherhood, concerning being a mom, and all of those things. And 97% of the people that voted said yes. So I will be sharing you guys my motherhood journey, how it started. So I hope you guys will be learning and growing with me as we ride this motherhood scary wave. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing that part of my life with you guys. So coming into today's video, so I met my boyfriend when I was in high school during my matric year. I was 18 years old when him and I met. We do talk about how we met and all of that in a video that we did together. So if you have not seen that, please do check it out. And yeah, I met with him when I was 18 years old, and when we met he already had a child, right? So he had a daughter, and when we met she was a week old, a week or two, but she was very young. She was a week or two, I think 1 week old, yes. So when we met she was a week old, and obviously we were friends at that time. We were not in a relationship, we were not even thinking about being in a relationship. And he would send me pictures of his daughter, and she was so cute and so adorable, and I instantly fell in love with her. And I guess that is where my journey began, in a way, but I didn't know. But that's when my journey of being a mother began. And when we started dating, obviously now I had to love him and his daughter, because he told me from the beginning that he does have a child. And so when we were in a relationship and it was becoming serious, I realized that I had to put on this mindset of being a mom, because that is what I was essentially. And I don't know, I don't want to say that it just happened automatically, because if I would go to like Mr. Price maybe just to get something for myself, I would just be drawn to the aisle of kids, and I will take something like a top or top and leggings for my boyfriend's daughter, and I would find so much joy in buying some things for her and just buying some cute things, man, you know, when you're buying for a baby girl. And yeah, it started like that. So I would find myself just being drawn to the kids aisle, in whether I go to Woolworths, whether I go to Pick and Pay, whether I go to Mr. Price, but I would just find myself just being drawn to the kids aisle. And I guess for myself, that's when I started having this mindset, but oh, I have someone to think about, a little person who I can just buy something for. And it wasn't like a responsibility or anything. It wasn't like, oh, I have to do this, but it's just something that I enjoyed doing and something that I loved doing. And also him, if he were to buy clothes for his daughter, I would ask him to give me the money and then I would do the shopping, or we would do the shopping together or something. But it's something that started when I was not even a mother biologically, but because my boyfriend had a daughter, I had that mindset that I'm a mom. So as things were getting serious, I was like, okay, I need to be intentional about this. It's not just something that has to come randomly, but I also need to be intentional about asking about the child, asking about her well-being, contributing where I can, and just being involved in a way. I did ask my boyfriend if I could meet her, and I did meet her, and oh my gosh, she is adorable. She is yeah, she is just a ball of sunshine. So I was very happy to go through that and to experience that, and I felt very important for my boyfriend to allow me to meet his daughter. So just from then, I already had that mindset, but I have a child, we have a child, we have a child, because obviously it's not my daughter biologically, but because I love someone who has a child, I automatically have a child with that person. And for someone else, you might be like, but girl, you're not even married. Like, you would understand if we were married and I was becoming like a stepmother or something like that. But guys, I never even thought about maybe someday like we will break up and I won't be on the child's life. What if now I'm attached to the child? Because for her, I don't think she can be attached, because we don't spend as much time, like that amount, like a huge amount of time. But for me, I can easily get attached because I'm the one who is constantly asking about her. Sometimes I do speak to her on video calls, and sometimes like I'm the one who's going out there and buying and investing. I'm investing my time and I'm investing my money. And someone might ask, what if it ends? And it's just like a condo that comes out of it. And honestly, if you know me, you know that I live for now. I live for, like, if it ends, I live for now. I live for what makes me happy now. What do I want to do now? And even if it does end, all those things that I did, I was doing out of love, and they will never be forgotten. They will never be forgotten for the person that I was doing them for, which is essentially my boyfriend. And so I never had that fear. I never had that fear. What if it doesn't work out, and what if we break up, and umntana akaseko close kumo, or blah 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 blah, anything like that. So I just became intentional, and a huge part of me that made me want to be intentional about it is my experience with having an absent father. If you have not seen that, please do check my video whereby I'm with my sister. We're talking about growing up without a father. So I grew up without a father, and not trying to talk ill of someone, but also there was a rule that my stepmom, not really a stepmom, I wouldn't call her a stepmom because it's not like she played a role of being a mom to me, but my father's wife, I feel like she had a hand in our father not being in the picture for us. And so I decided to be intentional because I knew that I didn't want to be that kind of mom. I didn't want to be that kind of stepmother. If kuyenzeka ubana my boyfriend and I get married and umntana wakhe is in our lives, so I didn't want us to have that kind of relationship, a toxic. And it's not even like with me, it's not even a relationship, but it's like we don't even have a relationship, and it was affecting our relationship with our father. So I was intentional about it, just to make sure that we build our own relationship, to make sure that also I don't become that kind of stepmother that my own stepmother was. So I was trying to be a better person, learning from my own experience. And after a few years, I fell pregnant. It was unplanned, so which was for me more reasons to be close to my boyfriend's daughter, because not only is she that, but she's also my child's sibling, you know. So even if we do break up, they will never stop being siblings. So in Gogo, I'm like fearless. I'm fearless because at the end of the day, I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for Oyana, being close with his sister and all of that. So essentially I became a mom at the age of 18, but biologically I became a mom at the age of 21. And obviously, even though I also fell pregnant and I gave birth to my own child, I still because remember, they both were not staying with me, so I would still buy the clothes and the outfits and this and this and that. And so I would buy two of each. If I'm buying pajamas, I'm gonna buy 2 sets of pajamas. If I'm buying this top and that top, I'm going to buy 2. Sometimes not always 2. Like if sometimes I just want to be honest. Sometimes because I know, okay, Iana is lacking, like, okay, Shotela is leggings, oh, and it's winter time, she doesn't have indondoni. Obviously, I'm like, okay, my boyfriend's daughter obviously has another home, so they're taking care of her. So it's just me adding, maybe even take a 2 for Iana, I'll buy 1 for her, or something like that. So it wasn't just like always 50-50. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it'd be 60-40, but never would I ever buy something for Iana and wouldn't buy for sister Yak. I would always make sure that I treat them the same, because not only that, but one day I want to be married to this guy, and there's no switch button whereby I can be like, okay, switch on stepmom button, whereby now I have to take over this role of being a mother to this child. But because I already loved her and because I knew where I wanted to go in the future, I just treated them as my children, and I have been enjoying being a mom even though I'm very young. And now I'm very, very excited that I'm like going to stay with my daughter, and I'm going to be learning crazy things. I'm gonna be learning, she's gonna be learning, I'm gonna be growing. Obviously she's going to stretch me, and she has been stretching me in a way that I was not expecting, because with kids you just have to be patient. You have to be patient, like you have to be really, really patient. So I am learning patience, because she sometimes just, yeah, she gives me a hard time, so I have to learn to be patient. So I am really, really looking forward to having fun with my daughter, and I hope as time goes by I'll be able to have them both in one space, even if it means like visiting during school holidays or anything like that. But I'm really looking forward to having fun, and that's the priority for me, is to have fun. And I want my child, xa ekhumbula childhood yakhe, akhumbule izinto like is fun, man, onwabe, like memories with my mother and all of those things. I want to have fun, I want to play hard, I want to be present more than anything. I want to be present. So that's something that I need to learn. Remember, I come from just being by myself. Okay, not by myself 100%, obviously benhlala no sister wam, before that benhlala boyfriend yam. So but at the same time, with adults you understand, but but with kids it's not always going to be the case. So I need to also learn to put my phone away and be present. And I was used to being on social media all the time, scroll over Instagram, YouTube, and whatever, and just do whatever. But now I am learning to be present. I'm learning to put aside as was the distractions. Also, I'm learning to prioritize my time with my daughter. So yeah, I'm just growing and learning, and I'm so excited to be sharing that with you guys. That's something that I'm planning to be sharing with you. And my content, obviously, going forward, you will see me either talking about my experience so far, or talking about tips like on a certain topic, maybe potty training. How did I potty train my daughter, my experience and tips that I would share. That's an example. And also like just vlogs, maybe spend a day with us, spend Sunday morning with us, morning routine, night routines, whatever, things like that, something different. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys. So stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and please do subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you guys on my next videos.